Picture this. You're falling through empty space, wind rushing past your ears, ground racing toward you, and then you jolt awake, heart pounding, sheets soaked in sweat. 3 a.m. again. The same nightmare that's haunted you for months. But what if I told you this wasn't random? What if your most terrifying dreams are actually your brain's emergency broadcast system, desperately trying to save your waking life? Here's something remarkable. Researchers at Harvard Medical School discovered that people who experience regular nightmares are actually more creative, emotionally intelligent, and better at problem solving than those who don't. Your brain doesn't torture you for fun. Every terrifying scenario follows a precise psychological blueprint, and when you crack that code, you unlock insights that can literally transform your life. Today, we're decoding the 5 nightmares that affect over 60% of the human population and revealing what your brain is really trying to say. The falling nightmare, that stomach-dropping plummet that jerks you awake with your heart trying to escape your chest. Most of us know this terror intimately, but here's what nobody tells you about why it happens.
The falling dream isn't just psychological, it's your ancient survival system misfiring in the modern world.
The hypnic jerk that wakes you, that's your prehistoric alarm system designed to keep our tree-dwelling ancestors from literally falling to their deaths. When you're falling in dreams, your brain is processing 3 specific triggers: loss of control, fear of failure, and overwhelm. To your amygdala, missing a branch and missing a mortgage payment ring the same alarm bell. Identify one area where you can reclaim agency today. Your falling dreams will often stop once you do. This link between what we dream and how we feel when awake isn't just theoretical. It's backed by research. MIT researchers found that people who learn to land safely in their falling dreams report 40% less anxiety in their daily lives. So how do you actually learn to land safely? Before sleep, visualize yourself falling, then growing wings, or landing gently. Dr. Claire Johnson's research shows this dream rehearsal technique stops the falling nightmares in 73% of cases within 2 weeks. Being chased, the nightmare that makes 63% of us wake up, exhausted from running nowhere. But Stanford's Sleep Research Center discovered something remarkable. The identity of your pursuer reveals exactly what you're avoiding in real life.
Your brain creates a literal representation of whatever you're running from. The scarier the chaser, the more urgent the real-life issue.
Chase dreams activate both your fear center and your problem-solving regions simultaneously. Your brain is literally training you to face what you're avoiding. This dual activation isn't random. It's your brain encoding the threat. But what exactly is the threat? That depends on who's chasing you. A faceless figure means you're avoiding anxiety or depression you haven't acknowledged yet. A monster or animal represents deep survival fears, job security, health, or relationship threats. Being chased by someone you know indicates there's a confrontation you keep postponing. A shadow of yourself reveals you're running from guilt and self-destructive habits. In your next chase dream, try to turn around and ask, what do you want? Dr. Torrey Nielsen's research at University of Montreal shows that 84% of people who confront their dream pursuer see the nightmare transform into a problem-solving dream. Death dreams, the nightmares that leave 55% of us emotionally shattered and questioning everything. That's more than half of everyone you know, waking up convinced something terrible is coming. Johns Hopkins researchers made a discovery. People who have death dreams are going through the most positive life transformations.
Death dreams are transformation dreams. Your psyche is killing off what no longer serves you.
So, what does it actually mean when you die in your dreams? Here's what the research shows. 79% of the time, it's happening right when people are switching careers. 64% occur when relationships are shifting. Maybe you're getting serious with someone or growing apart from a friend. And here's the big one. 81% happen during major personal growth phases. Now, if it's a loved one dying in your dream, that's usually your mind wrestling with changes in that relationship or how your role in their life is evolving. If you've recently lost someone, death dreams are your brain's way of processing love that has nowhere to go. This is healing, not haunting. Before sleep, visualize the death in your dream as a doorway. Step through it and ask, what am I being reborn into? Clinical trials show this reduces death dream distress by 67%. Complete this sentence, I'm ready to let go of. Then take one concrete action toward that transformation tomorrow. Lost dreams plague 54% of us. Imagine every other person you pass on the street, wandering endless hallways in their sleep. UCLA's Brain Imaging Center discovered something incredible. These nightmares spike precisely when we're about to make breakthrough decisions in real life.
Your brain uses the lost dream as a rehearsal space for finding new directions.
Notice the backdrop when you're lost in a dream. It's never random. A bustling city means your brain is drowning in too many choices. Nature settings signal you've disconnected from your authentic self. Endless building corridors mean you feel trapped by the very systems that should support you. Work, family, institutions. But when you can't find home in your dreams, that's your psyche, grappling with the deepest question of all. Where do I actually belong? Here's the neuroscience gold. Lost dreams. Fire up both your navigation center, the hippocampus, and your decision-making hub in the prefrontal cortex at the same time. Your brain is literally forging new neural pathways to help you find direction. In your next lost dream, spot any light source or high ground and move toward it while repeating, I trust my inner compass. Research shows this simple act builds real-world decision-making confidence. Ever woken up completely conscious, yet frozen in place, sure something unseen is inches from your face? That's sleep paralysis, and it strikes nearly 1 in 3 of us. Biology, not demons, is to blame. During REM sleep, your brainstem cuts the motor wires so you don't act out dreams. When you wake before that switch flips back, your emotional brain is roaring at 300% while your body stays locked. Harvard's Center for Sleep and Cognition found a 48-hour spike in creative insight after a sleep paralysis episode, proof that the terror is your brain mid-upgrade. When paralysis clamps down, don't fight. Guide the reboot with 3 tiny moves. Signal the system. Focus on wiggling a single fingertip or toe. That microspark tells your motor cortex the circuit is live again. Invite the light. Imagine daylight spilling across your eyelids as though someone just pulled back the curtains. Visualizing brightness recruits the same wake-up circuits that end REM. Name the next move. Think. One small move, then the rest. Framing it as a sequence calms the amygdala and lets voluntary control cascade down your limbs. Harvard follow-up data suggests people who practice this trio shorten paralysis episodes by 42% within 2 weeks. Your nightmares aren't broken dreams. They're breakthrough dreams. Every terrifying scenario is your unconscious mind's way of preparing you for real-life challenges and pushing you toward growth. Studies show that people who work with their nightmares, rather than just trying to stop them, become more resilient, creative, and emotionally intelligent. Your scariest dreams are training you to be braver in your waking life.